this is Jackie Williams, and in this video I want to show you how to make a very fun and cute shaker card. And I will be using the Rainbow of Happiness bundle, a very cute bundle with obviously rainbow images and some little clouds and coordinating accessories. As well as showing you how to make a shaker card, I want to showcase the new Orchid Oasis and Starry Sky colors. So this is Starry Sky and this is Orchid Oasis. And the reason why I'm showing them together is because, as you can see, they actually work really well as a combo. They are light and dark of each other. So I just wanted to show you quickly how they compare to the blues and purples that we already have. So this is Night of Navy. This is Pool Party, Pacific Point, Tahitian Tide, and Coastal Cabana. So those are more of our blues, but this, as you can see, is going more into the greens. So looking at our purples, this is Gorgeous Grape, Highland Heather, Fresh Freesia, Rich Razzleberry, and Blackberry Bliss. So you can see there's nothing like it in the nothing like these two in the purples, and they're also quite different from any of the blues that we have. So I think they will be a nice addition to our color offering. So let's get started with our shaker card, and I want to show you the finished one first this time. So I've just got the large rainbow dies here, and then we've got the beautiful sequins inside to create a shaker shape. So let's start with our card. And for this one, I am using just a standard size card base in basic white. So whatever size works for you in your country. And then I've cut a piece of the Orchid Oasis Designer Series paper, just a little bit smaller than the card front. And then we'll just place that on the front. Now on the sample I just showed you, I used the dots. For this one, I'll use the stripes just for something a little different. Now, important to remember, the first thing we want to do is actually position our rainbow stripes. Now, these are done using this die, and same with this piece here where I've actually cut out of the white. Now, obviously, you can see that it cuts 4 stripes at a time. So this is the kind of card where you might as well make 4 of them, because if you're going to cut it 4 times for your 4 different colors, you're going to end up with 4 rainbows. So it's really quite time efficient to just go ahead and make 4. So what I'm going to do is position my piece of white where I have cut the die for the negative, and position that where I want it to be on the card. And then I'm just going to run some glue through the stripes. And actually, I was considering not putting the Orchid Oasis cardstock and just letting that print shine through. So I'll just have a look and see what it looks like. So this is actually the Pool Party glitter paper. This is Highland Heather. And this is the Starry Sky. And I think I will use the cardstock, but that is an option, having the background paper show through the holes. Okay, now we can remove this. So I've done that first so that these are perfectly in position according to how they are cut on that white piece. So I'm going to set that aside for now, and we'll work on this piece. Now, for this piece, we need to make it our shaker card. So I'd like you to think that this is going to be the shaker element separate, and then it will be set on top of this. So the first step is to turn it to the wrong side, and then we are going to adhere a window sheet to the back of this. So I've cut a window sheet that is just very slightly smaller than this white piece. And this white piece is approximately 3 3/4 inches by 5 1/4 inch. Could be a little bit less or a little bit more. Then I'm going to now create the height that we need to create our little shaker element. And these, the adhesive strips, are fantastic for creating shaker shapes. They are just that little bit taller than dimensionals. So not only do they come in a long strip, so you don't have many gaps, but they're nice and thin so they can go through little areas like this. But also they bend quite easily. So I'm going to go ahead and place some of the foam adhesive strip a little bit closer to my cutouts. So my shaker pieces are going to show through the windows here. So I don't want to have gaps here and here because my shaker pieces could be sitting here or up here and you wouldn't even see them. So I'm just going to close that in. So all my shaker pieces can only be right here where they can be seen from the front. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and take the backings off. I think I'm going to use the Sparkle and Shine sequins. And the thing about shaker cards, you actually need less than you think. And I'm actually going to add some of these effervescent beads in here as well. I just think these are really great. Okay, then kind of flatten those out. And then I'm actually going to take a second piece of window sheet and place that over the top and press that down to make sure all of those beads are enclosed. Now I've just used some tear and tape and put some of that on the back of here so that I can put that onto my card front. Now this area right here is too thin for tape, so there's adhesive on the other portions. So I'm just going to flip that around, and now you just want to line it up so it's even with those stripes that we placed earlier. There we go. And then you've got those wonderful shaker elements in there. Now we just need to embellish. So I've cut a couple of clouds with the cloud punch, and I have embossed them with the new clouds embossing folder. And I'm going to go ahead and put one down here at the bottom flat, and then the second one I'm going to put on with dimensionals, maybe a little higher. And then I've also used the little scalloped die from the Rainbow of Happiness die set, and I've just cut some of those with the pool party glitter paper. And then we just need to choose our words, and I've cut them out on several colors just to see which look best, because it kind of depends what order your rainbows in as to, you know, what's going to look most complementary. I'm thinking I'm liking the darker one. So all I've done here is I have white embossed the words from the Rainbow of Happiness stamp set, and I have cut around it in a rectangle, leaving a little space down here at the bottom. And then to create the flag shape at the bottom, I'm going to cut up the middle with my scissors, and then cut from the corner to the top of that cut that I just made. And then turn it around and do the same thing on the other side. And that should give me a pretty accurate little flag shape there. And then we'll go ahead and just adhere that at the top like this. Then next I want to use the solid faceted gems. I really like these. They're a nice rich color, and they're not sparkly, which is nice as an option. And then just choose which color is going to complement. I think I'll go for the light blue on this one. I know we don't actually have that color in the rainbow, but I think it still mixes in quite well. And then the last thing, I'm going to use the Starry Sky and some more of the words inside the card. I have just put a layer of Orchid Oasis and a little strip of the Orchid Oasis Designer Series paper, and I'll just stamp some more words from the Rainbow of Happiness in the Starry Sky, which is the darker ink. So there we go. So this is just a slightly different version. You've got the polka dots in the background, a different color of label, and you can see our rainbows are in a different order. So that's just a really easy way to make a shaker card. Now let me show you a few other examples. And here's another version, and this one, of course, using more traditional rainbow colors. And this one I've used the frosted beads and actually took a minute to separate them into the rainbow colors there. And I've used the white strips in behind and just used my ink pads and colored those up. That's for a more traditional rainbow. Then I also have this fun card inspired by one of the artisan team members with the bouquet of love heart interlocking into one of the label dies here, so the card locks. And I've used the rainbow here in non-traditional rainbow colors just for something a little bit more rustic, and then use the stamps on the inside. So it's just something a little different. And then here's another card that I've got embossing paste in the background, and then used again the Starry Sky, Orchid Oasis, Highland Heather, and Fresh Freesia this time, just for a very simple card. And this design was inspired by Kayla McCready. And then I've also done one just using the stamps, so without the dies at all. And this is using the new craft note cards and envelopes. I'm going to love using these. And I've just simply white embossed some of the stamped images and the new pearlescent pearls, which are very beautiful. And then these ones I'm really happy with. I did a set of 4, also using the craft note cards and envelopes. And I wanted to do something a little more rustic looking. I've got the Stitched with Whimsy die around the edges. I love those, especially with these note cards. You can just do a really simple card and add the stitching. Just adds that little bit more without it adding any layers. And the colors I've used here are Cherry Cobbler, Real Red, Blackberry Bliss, and then the brushed gold metallic specialty paper. And of course, these come with envelopes, but a little surprise that it actually says so in the catalog, but I didn't read closely enough. These sets of 20 note cards and envelopes also comes with a gift box is included with those. So that just makes them an even better value. And there we go. I hope that gives you lots of inspiration for using your Rainbow of Happiness bundle, and also inspires you to give a shaker card a try. Thanks so much for joining me. Please subscribe to my channel, and if you enjoyed this, please share this video. I appreciate it, and I'll see you next time. This is Jackie. Bye-bye.